thanks to the Pink Bows Foundation, a group doing good in our community as the result of obviously something very tragic. Pink Bows was started by the family of Madison Dubisky. She was killed in the deadly crowd crush at the 2021 Astroworld Festival. And this weekend, they're launching the first ever Pink Bows Safe Space at the Houston Bubble Run 5K. President of the foundation, Peter Remington, is joining me this morning. So Peter, thank you so much for agreeing to come out and do this live interview. So first of all, let's just tell people, what is the Pink Bows Foundation?
Fantastic. So it's a foundation, like you said, that was put together by Brian and Michelle Dubisky and myself, and it is there to do two things. Our mission is to heighten the awareness of security protocols at major events such as like Astroworld and other outdoor events and so forth, and just to make sure everything's being done properly as far as security is concerned. And the second dimension of that also is to provide a safe space for people to go to should they start to experience anxiety or tension, whatever, at an event. We know that we have first aid tents all over the place for cuts and bruises and so forth, but there's no place for somebody to go to hang out if they're having an anxiety attack because of the noise, the crowd, the heat, whatever it may be.
And I can only imagine that since that tragedy, people have a little bit more anxiety when they get into crowded spaces now. So this would be a place for them to go and kind of relax and calm down a little bit.
Once you experience a crowd crush, it's not just, it's awful, and it's kind of scary to go back into it. But it's also we had the 10 victims that lost their lives there, but there's another few thousand victims that experienced the crowd crush, and they're the ones that are living through that, and that'll stay with them forever.
Yeah. Well, let's take, this is supposed to be something in honor of Madison, so we're going to take a look at a couple of the artist renderings we have of the design. So tell us, what are we looking at now, and how is this going to work?
Okay, so we have a 20 by 30 foot tent. You can see it right there.
So that's the safe space tent.
That's the safe space tent, and it's a big pink tent. You can't miss it.
It's beautiful.
Right? Yeah, it really is. And we displayed it at our last event at the at Minute Maid Park. We had a display, but it's a place for people to come in, sit down, relax, talk to a mental health expert, have a bottle of water, get in air conditioning, and just really chill out.
Crowds are also something that's difficult for parents of children with learning disabilities. Would this be a place that would be appropriate for them to bring them if they were having trouble with the crowds and a lot of people?
Well, that's a really good question. It's not really set up. If you're talking
mostly for anxiety.
Mostly for anxiety and people having problems and so forth. Yes, you can bring them there, but whether or not we could deal with that situation, we're not there to babysit. The parents should.
No, but it's just for mental health.
Yes.
It's not just a place to go and sit and hang out.
Right, right, yeah.
Can organizations request the tent to be at their...
Most definitely. As a matter of fact, we're working with the, this weekend up in Conroe, we're doing the bubble run, the foam run, and it's going to be fun. So it's a quick 5K run, and it's all in bubbles and so forth for the kids. It starts in the morning, and in the evening, it's a glow run or a foam run, more for adults with live music. But we're going to have the tent up there the whole time.
Great. But two of them at the event.
No, just one tent. We're leaving the tent up the whole time.
Okay.
So we just have the one tent. But we're also talking to the Bayou City Arts Festival for helping them out this September.
Oh, okay.
At that event, and anybody else that needs us as well.
But they can reach out to you and request it to be there?
They can reach out to the Pink Bows Foundation. Just go to info@pinkbowsfoundation.org. Send us an email. We'd be more than happy to respond to you.
And how do you think that this is going to honor Madison's life?
Well, it's, Madison, it's mental health, number one. Madison loves the color pink. That was the other thing behind the Pink Bows Foundation. But we're doing a lot of other things to honor Madison's life. One being, we have murals being set up in the Texas Children's Hospital in the Woodlands in the examination room, so they have something to look at besides a dull gray wall. So we have that going on. We have other things that we're donating money to the Cy-Fair High School Foundation, so we can donate money for scholarships there.
That's where she was a student.
That's where she was a student, a cheerleader, and she actually donated 500 hours to hospitals and to charities while she was even in high school. 500 hours. Most people don't do that in a lifetime, and she did it before she got out of high school.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, I'm
great girl.
so happy that you're honoring her life in
Thank
this
you.
way. I mean, my heart goes out to those families who lost children there that day, and I'm happy that something good is coming from that.
Well, I just thank KPRC TV for continuing to support us on this program, so we really appreciate that too.
Thank you. Thank you for coming out to do the live interview. And of course, Madison's story is one of many that we tell in our KPRC2 Investigates original documentary, Astroworld Countdown to Tragedy. And you can watch that full documentary right now on demand on the KPRC2 Plus mobile app. Just tap the Astroworld title right there on the home screen. It's going to be a big button. You can't miss it.